So, the most talk-worthy thing that happened on last night's show easily is Becky Lynch getting attacked by Shayna Baszler following an already fantastic match with Asuka. After that very good match already. So there's a lot of momentum and goodwill there. Quick as a whip, Shayna Baszler runs in, Kirifuda clutch on Becky, chokes her out, and then gives her a little nibble in the back of the neck. Like a lover, a tender lover.
So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on Shayna Baszler biting a chunk out of Becky's neck.
Loved it. I have been saying for years, there's nothing wrong with blood. But just don't make it come out of your actual face. Blood capsules.
Yeah.
The like magician shows, live theatre, they do all this stuff really, really well. And I know wrestling's fake. I think everyone does these days. So to add a little bit more within the confines of it, I'm totally fine with. I never went, well, that looks fake. I was just swept up in the spectacle and the visual. I thought the look of Shayna Baszler with the pit was comical, how much blood there was.
Yeah.
But that's fine by me. Like, just loads of red over Shayna Baszler's face. There was the red in the back of Becky Lynch's head.
What now?
The back of Becky Lynch's head. And it looked like Beth Phoenix actually did at the Royal Rumble. Yeah. And Becky's selling was amazing.
Becky's selling it was incredible. And I loved the Shayna blood pouring from the mouth thing. I thought it made her look really badass. Why we got it in the thumbnail, which will likely get us demonetized. But it was... I didn't like the bite.
The bite sounds like a new WWE YouTube series.
So, hosted by Renee Young.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston's coming up after the break.
We've got nothing else for you, Renee. So you're now doing the bite on WWE YouTube. No, I didn't. It just didn't feel like Shayna's character.
Okay.
It didn't feel like a Shayna Baszler thing to do, to take out your mouth guard and bite someone on the back of the neck to like take a chunk out of the neck. Like she has never felt like I am a cannibal or a because and I just feel like the reason why I didn't like it particularly, but I'm way I'm more down on it now than I was. When I've seen the online reaction to it and everyone's laughing at it. Like, I don't think anyone has watched the segment and gone like, wow, Shayna's a badass.
Oh, I did. I'm the guy.
I feel like everyone else has watched this going like, oh, that was so silly. Because she's a vampire and it never didn't feel cool. Apart from like when she came over and she had the blood pouring down her mouth, I was like, okay, that's a really scary visual. But the bite was so comical and smackdown that it didn't work for me. It didn't it's not how I would have my Shayna.
Meltzer dived into the history of this kind of spot, and he said it's most likely a Paul Heyman thing because Paul Heyman was a big fan of Fred Blassie. Apparently, he used to do this. This is beyond my extent of my knowledge. I'm just parroting what Meltzer said. Gimmick lives.
It's the WrestleTalk news.
And yeah, so there is, but that's like a 70s, 80s, early 80s thing. This is 2020, so that might be somewhat dated. I thought it was a great visual though. You are right though with how that jars with Shayna's character in NXT. There was nothing.
But then again, like it's
main roster.
There's no continuity between the two. So like a reset of a character and you are now a cannibal is that's par for the course.
Maybe not cannibal, but just like
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, but badass, scary. It's a literal blood feud now. I'm actually very into it. I totally get the reasons why you wouldn't be. I really liked it. I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. So let's get into your super chats. Tim Arndt says, everyone I've seen was talking about Shayna becoming a vampire. I thought it was Shayna becoming Mike Tyson. Yeah, I did. Yeah, see, there is a realistic history in actual sport.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there isn't a real precedent for it.
Derek Alea, have to watch this on catch-up. I have some cash and my thumb. Thank you very much. I asked the wrestling gods not to overcomplicate this story as they did last year. I don't want to see Vampire Baszler. I don't think Heyman would.
No.
Someone commented on my news that she's the new leader of the Brood. Gangrel needs to make
That's what I mean. I feel like a lot of people they're not seeing the way that it was designed to be. I think a lot of people are seeing this as she is a vampire, she is a cannibal, whereas what Heyman wanted it to be was Freddie Blassie, Mike Tyson, and it was like, oh my God, she bit her and she drew blood. Like she is an unhinged psychopath. And I think that's what it was intended to do. And in some respects, I think that did work. But this is a 2020 smarky era where we look at this and be like, no, she's a vampire now. Bring back Gangrel.
Well, but those aren't real reactions. Those are joke reactions.
These aren't real reactions.
Oh no, but anything about Vampire Baszler and stuff, that's all jokes.
Well, someone's just said then, I asked them not to complicate this, and they brought in Vampire Baszler. So these are real reactions.
Yeah, I guess
something
so.
to me, all right. Suggesting him bringing in Gangrel is a joke.
That's a joke.
But the point I'm making is that people are making fun of it, whereas no one is taking it seriously.